There we go. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We will be racing in 1 minute 30 seconds. Very shortly the race will start. This car's a little bit loose on the hards. I just came from practicing on daily race B with the Group 4 cars, and these Group 4 cars are, geez, significantly slower than the Group 3 cars, so you really feel the pace difference. But not to worry, we've got about half a lap to calibrate for the race, and I think that's enough. We've done a few races here, so it's not going to be much of a learning curve for us, but we'll see the intensity. Hello, Mr. Anderson. Welcome again, sir. Second time watching the stream for you this week, huh? Hello, Dominique. Welcome. Good to see you again as well. Matthew, I think you're my biggest fan. My biggest live stream fan. We're back here. Let's see if we can actually get some good racing out of this this daily race C. 13 seconds left until the racing begins, and then we'll see. Time will tell. But it's a little bit of calibration for us because, yeah, the last bit of practice I was doing was on daily B, just to try and set a better qualifying time, so that if we change the race, we're in a better position. Okay, we qualified first. What I'm going to do is see what tires everyone is changing to. Everyone seems to be mediums right now, but changing to the hards. So I want to start on hards. Let's see. Even if the driver behind me changes to mediums. Yeah, no, we're alright. Definitely seems like we're okay. Yeah. So we're going to stay on the mediums, on the hards. We're going to start on front. Let's see if we can open a gap. I think our qualifying time is decently quicker than Fabio. So we are definitely, I think, in a pretty good position to take the win of the race. Let's hope we get a good race out of this. Say hi to Fabio. He said hi to us. Are we in a comfortable position? Yes, we are. Position is important to win the race. Alright, let's move the brake bias all the way to the back. Save our tires, even though we don't really need to save the hard tires, because what we're going to do is we're going to pit after the first lap. That's just because the medium tires last an eternity. So we can race the rest of the race on the medium tires, and Gran Turismo requires that we do a lap or one tire change. So maybe it spices things up. Maybe a driver or two behind us will try and go for, you know, an extra lap or two on the hards. But the race is on, so one lap, and we'll find out what the rest of the people are going to do. Onto the start, into the first corner. Don't brake too late and go deep, because otherwise could very easily lose the race in the first corner there. Nice rotation. We're already gapping him, I think. Gap is 0.4 seconds. So let's keep an eye on that. 0.6 seconds now. Ooh, this is going to be an easy race. But what Gran Turismo will do is pair us with the tough guys in the next race at least. If we finish this one in first. That is. Very important to finish it in first. But Fabio, already falling behind. Should we play the risky game and slow down a little bit, let them get in our slipstream, and get ourselves a race on our hands? That's the real question. It'll be very risky, but it could give us some entertainment. Maybe we'll get ourselves a penalty and then have to slow down. So I am slowing down a little bit. Very hesitant on the throttle. Somehow I'm still quicker out of the corner there than Fabio was. So I don't think we're really going to have much of a race on our hands even if we slow down, unfortunately. So maybe we just use this as practice. Could also be speaking too soon. Very easy to make a mistake and then have to play catch up again. Going into the pits. Everyone else in the pits as well. Mandatory tire compound change, so mediums. No need to refuel. So, yeah. We'll slow down for him a little bit. Maybe we'll even let them pass us. I think we might let them overtake us. Just one or two people, you know, overtake us. But there's a few people that have stayed out. 11 seconds. I think I can catch them for the rest of the race. I'll be able to catch up to them for sure. But we'll let Fabio by. Let's let Fabio by. Get ourselves a race on the hands. There you go. Nice. Okay, well, here we are. Currently behind Fabio, I think in the ultimate second place. A few drivers haven't pit yet. I think pretty much 8 of the 16 drivers haven't pit. So half of us are on a differing strategy. You know, Fabio is actually opening up a gap on us. Not really worried though. We'll catch up. He was almost a second ahead of us before this corner. So we gained at least 1.5 tenths. Probably even 2 tenths by this point. The Portuguese driver behind us, far enough behind that we don't have to worry about them. So we at least get to focus forward, do some good racing. Ooh, a little bit late on the brakes. Nice. We still kind of hit the apex, which is at least not that bad. Yeah, at least you get some racing. We'll catch up. I mean, he's keeping us at the 7/10 gap. So it's not race over just yet. I should actually put in a little bit of effort to catch him. On the grass there, just a small bit. It'll slow me down, you know, half a tenth. Now we're close. Half a second behind Fabio. And we're on for the fastest lap. We got a better exit out of there. This could be a really good race. I'm actually quite excited. He's a lot faster when he's leading. Maybe there's a big slipstream effect, or not slipstream, but downforce effect on this race. Maybe Gran Turismo has it somewhat more realistic with this race's settings, so it makes it a little bit harder to follow. Ooh, and there we see the first crack. Fabio with his first mistake. There's no opportunity to overtake here, unfortunately, so I'll have to bump draft him. Oh, and his second mistake. Let's see if he can keep up. We're already half a tenth ahead. He's saying thank you, I guess. I don't know. Oopsie, oopsie. Almost way too much oversteer there. And you can very easily lose it in that corner. Then I'd have to play a big catch-up game. I think we're going to let him pass one more time because I must admit it was quite fun chasing him. Yeah, definitely crumbling under the pressure. But it's good to practice racing. You get used to having to operate under that pressure, and you get used to all of the nuances of racing and so on. Sorry, Fabio. My apologies. A little bit cheeky there with that dive. And then I realized he was not going to realize that I was on the inside there. I was looking for some side-by-side racing. Thankfully, Ivan slowed us down, so we don't have to worry about the guy behind us. Now we're on his tail. There you go. Getting some good racing under the belt here. Hello, brilliant chap 75. Thank you for joining the stream. Good to see you here. I'm definitely happy and healthy. I hope you are too. And I hope the stream makes you a little bit happier. Tell you one thing, racing definitely makes me happier. I'm behind the seat and I'm a happy camper, man. Alright, let's get right on the tail of Fabio. I want to get some close racing action going. Fabio, he's doing very well. Must be said. He's pretty decent when he's not chasing. Got a better exit than me out of that hairpin. Of course, Patrick still has to pit. I think stand a risk of not getting first place by staying behind Fabio, because I know that ultimately my race pace is quicker, and if Patrick in first or Motorola and Patrick in first and second have ultimately quicker pace, then oof, they might be opening up a gap. So let's get some racing going and then let's get some good laps down so that we can secure the first place, because now I actually have no idea. So the gap is 16.3 seconds. So I need to keep an eye on that gap to first place. That's the block on the red. Because if that gap is staying the same, then that means that we're probably not pulling them. And they might come out of the pits somewhere where we are on a fresh set of hard tires. Okay, Fabio, I'm coming for you. Oopsie, double shifted into fourth there. Fabio setting some pretty good lap times as well. 2:04. It's decent. I've been in the 1:59s in a race before, but not very often. Yeah, I definitely need to pass Fabio soon. Now it's maximum focus, I'll tell you that. And I don't think we can rely on Fabio making a mistake again. Slightly evasive of my slipstream. I'm seeing the erratic movements. Don't think I'm not seeing it, Fabio. Okay, we are catching first place. We've gained about 2 seconds on them. A little bit too much slide there, and you can see it by the fact that Fabio gapped me out of the exit of that corner. We've definitely got the pace on Fabio, but admittedly, it's not very easy to overtake on this track. .3 seconds, we are close. Oh geez. But the slipstream isn't really super strong on this race, which I like. Otherwise, just so easy to overtake on the straight. Gran Turismo should use these settings always. Oh, a little bit slow there. I definitely had the pace on him there. Look at him, evading the slipstream. Goes deep. That means we can stay nice and close here. I can feel I'm losing grip. Well, okay, I guess he's letting me pass. Okay, fair dinkum. I guess he knows that I let him pass. So he was just like, I'm not going to take the win. And maybe he feels like I'm slowing him down, so he doesn't want to race me. Now let's see if we can open up a gap on him. Watch that split timer behind, between me and Fabio. Currently 5.55 seconds and growing. Oh. Grabbed a little bit too much curb there. Hello, Mr. Mark. Welcome. Good to see you on the stream again. We are currently trying to open up a gap on Fabio behind us. I don't need to pit. I've pit once already. That was on the first lap. And so is Fabio, so we don't need to pit. Only drivers in first and second need to pit. We are currently in a net first position. Oh, Fabio's got a good slipstream from me. Oh, yellow flag. Someone went off. Small bit too much rotation there. So we're actually catching up to Motorola 89. As you can see, currently 2.5 seconds ahead of us. They're on 1 lap older mediums. Opened up a gap decently there. Almost half a tenth on Fabio. Using all of the track width there. Love it. A bit conservative on the exit there, but rather that than spin out on that hairpin. So easy to do it. Matthew, are you still online? Are you currently watching from work? Or are you back at home? There we go. Patrick goes into the pits. Motorola's going to go into the pits as well. What a terrible exit. Go defensive. This might be a race to the finish. A very unintentional race to the finish. Interesting that Fabio backed out of it. Dom, that's a great question. But I can tell you, you definitely don't have to ask me questions to drive engagement. I practice whenever I can. Sometimes 2 hours a week. Matthew says too much. Compared to Matthew, I practice way too much for sure. But I practice a little bit for the streaming tonight. Maybe 15 minutes. But otherwise, I keep my practice to a minimum, hey? I spend my time trying to get up to race pace with as few laps as possible, and then just racing. So racing definitely still counts as practice. I normally race 1 night a week, but now that I'm trying to push a few streams out, I am racing, let's say, 3 nights a week, especially because my lovely partner has been supporting me so much with the streaming. She's been really excited, so I get a lot more time to, what if you want to call it playing games, a lot more time to play games. So yeah, I'll be streaming a little bit more. Hello, Vroom Vroom Snap. Oh, nice. Great stuff. Yeah. Oh, you're working late? Yeah, I do recall seeing a message. I think I replied to you. I think you sent me a direct message, probably. But yeah, good. Thank you for joining the stream, Vroom Vroom. When do you end work? Hopefully it's soon. And what are you gonna do when you get home from work? Hopefully it's racing. Dominique, how do I know when I'm up to pace? You just know, you know, when you know, you know. No, I'm kidding. what I'd look at is, I will show you. We'll go in, we'll check out the qualifying times in our next race. Thankfully, we finished quite well. So we're going to be thrown into a lobby for the next race, which is really good. Oh yes, good comment on the video. Let's say thanks for the race. And let's get out of here. We gained some A drivers rating. We're going to go into the next race. We're going to be thrown into A+ lobbies, so I'm very keen. But let me show you real quick where, how, and why I know when I'm up to race pace. So, your favorite driver, Max Verstappen. He said something on a YouTube video with Chris Harris where they were driving the Mustang GTD. And he said that basically his father taught him to be up to race pace in 5 laps. So that is the target that I've set myself, is always to be up to race pace in 5 laps, right? Race pace for me realistically is somewhere between top 600 and top 150. Very rarely will I be top 100. If I try very, very hard, I'll be top 100. Plus, I also don't like to go there because then I race in front by myself. And then it's not very entertaining to put videos up of me racing by myself. But what I do is I come and look at the fastest lap time. And currently we have the Japanese driver, Morimoto, 1:58.135. And so then I know, generally, if I want to be up to pace, I need to be a second slower. In that ballpark, you know, a second slower compared to the driver that set the fastest time. And then, yes, but I could definitely set a faster qualifying time than this. Thank you, Mark. It is fast, but you know, I haven't tried very hard to set this qualifying time. So I could definitely be quicker than this. Let's actually go and hop onto the mediums. See if we can set a quicker lap time. I know I've got a lot more pace in it. But the problem is, you know, when you set a little bit more pace, then sometimes you start in front, and I don't like that so much. I like to try and race close and just improve my racecraft. Because if I want to improve my craft of just racing by myself, then I can just go do that on qualifying laps, right? Oh, vroom vroom, you work from home, amazing. Oh, deadline. Oh, you work for Toyota South Africa. Very cool. I hope they let you drive some like Corolla GRs and Yaris GRs. I have a friend who his dream car is the Yaris GR. And whenever I see one of those, I think they're beautiful cars. And then I think of my friend that wants that one really badly. We've got about 1 lap to set a qualifying time. Ah, they let you look at them, that's it. Rude. We should sign a petition to let you drive them. To let them let you drive them. Hello, Aska. Very nice to see you. Aska is my lovely partner that I was telling you guys about, that supports me in my streaming. That's why I'll be giving you guys a few more streams. I'm super stoked. It's very nice that she enjoys watching it as well. Top 150 in 5 laps, Dom, I would never achieve that. I've never been top 150 in 5 laps. I would love to be, but I've never achieved that. Oh, I definitely shouldn't be gearing down there. Not even braking, just getting off the throttle. Little bit of oversteer. Yes, thank you, Vroom Vroom. I appreciate that you thank her because, yeah, it is really amazing that she lets me stream. Brilliant, chap. You bought a PS5 and a G923. You haven't played it in 10 years. Well, the game has moved along in 10 years, I'll tell you that much. I'd love to hear what the difference is and how you remember it. I started out on a Logitech G29, which is similar to the 923, I think. Maybe the 923 is quite a bit better. But I started out on the Logitech, and it was quite a nice steering wheel. Except for the fact that I had to take it apart every now and then because there was like dust that got stuck in the throttle actuator, and I wouldn't be able to go full throttle for the whole lap. Man. And it's so annoying when you just like want to sit down and have a race, but then you need to go and fix something first, and then you just don't race for a few weeks because you know that you need to fix that thing, or you deal with it, or you try and deal with it in race, and you're just like, there's no point. GT7 has become a good game, but I must tell you, I get loads of comments saying I should play a real sim game, you know? I don't know how you guys feel about that, but I think that, yeah, it's not iRacing, but it's a pretty good game. And it is a simulator in many ways. So I think that, I think it's pretty good. Oh, vroom vroom, you're still trying to convince the wife to get a GR Corolla. Nice. It is a perfect family car. Yeah. If your wife comes to the chat, we will all support you in your quest. So just tell your wife to come look at the chat and we'll make sure that she knows we support the quest. Okay, I'm looking at the drivers ahead of me. Driver in 7th is on medium tires. 6th, 3rd, 2nd, everyone's changing to hards by the looks of it. Rabbit behind me on mediums. So maybe some guys start on mediums. I'm going to start on the hards. I'm looking for some good racing. If Rabbit overtakes me, nah, so be it. Yeah, GT7 is very real. You can really go onto the Nordschleife once you get over the fear of crashing a car. You can really go onto the Nordschleife and send it because it feels so familiar. So it really is, it's a pretty decent enough simulator, I'll tell you that much. All right, so we are starting in 6th place. We have got a good race on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. Move the brake bias all the way back to save some tires. As a reminder, we're on the hard tires, so we're going to pit on the end of the first lap because we're going to do the rest of our racing on the mediums. So I'm also copying the strategy of the drivers around me because ultimately, if they start on hards and I start on mediums, I'm going to race a stint by myself and I'll probably gain a few positions. But I want to gain a few positions through racing. And it's not easy on this track, so it's going to be very interesting. Tucking into the slipstream as quick as I can. Dutch driver. If I saw correctly, they're on mediums, potentially. Okay, we're nice and close. Can someone tell me what flag that is ahead of me? Because I can't pronounce the name and I can't say that they're a British driver because I don't know what flag that is, you know? Made a whoopsie there. Gave the chance of the driver behind me to catch up. Those Dutch drivers, and then lost the rear. I'm going to tuck onto the inside here as quickly as I can. Now we're going to have to play catch up. Giving him as much space as I can while still trying to get as good an exit as I possibly can. This is not going to work out for me. So, dropped a few positions. I think he might be on the mediums. Oh, quite a bit of contact going on ahead. Hate to see it. I really want good, clean racing. I don't want to get freebies. If I'm gonna overtake, I want to overtake by putting the driver under pressure, at least, you know. Someone said they're sorry. So at least it wasn't intentional dirty driving. Woo! oh jeez. Oh, sorry. Damn. Knocked him right out. We'll have to wait for him. Oh, he exited the race. No, he didn't. He's on the mediums. Cool. How long will I be streaming for? No, the Dutch flag is red, white and blue, like the driver in second there. I'll be streaming till about 11. Maybe 11:30. If Aske is still awake. We'll see. We'll see if I get permission. Nah, definitely not start on the mediums. I want to race with the guys. But yeah, I feel really bad that I booped the other guy off the track. No, and I got a 3-second penalty for crossing the pit lanes. How unfortunate. Gran Turismo is very unnecessary with their penalties. But I guess crossing the pit lanes can only be your own fault. Can't be someone else's. We're on the medium tires now, so we've got a little bit more grip. She might regret it, you're completely right. Okay, Chris is going into the pits. Anyone else? Niels going into the pits. Oh, this 3-second penalty is brutal. Absolutely brutal. Will we come out and at least race a few other people? Yeah, a few guys going into the pits. See where they come out. We might have a race or two on our hands. I think we will. Yeah, there's someone coming out in front of us. Nice. Just as long as we're not racing by ourselves. Small tank slapper there. Alright, let's chase the Spanish driver. A pretty decent gap between the Spanish driver and 13th. Spanish driver is kind of all over the place. Guess it makes sense that they're at the back of the pack. Oof. Nearly lost it there, folks. Okay. Time to pull it together. We did such a good race last race, and now we seem to have not loaded skill.exe into this race. I think I'm riding with my B team at the moment. Must be. Good rotation there. Let's hit this apex on the gas. Nice. Cool. That'll give us a great exit. We'll be catching up to the Spanish driver in no time. I'm very curious to see how our pace is compared to the driver in first. At the moment we're catching them. 30.7 seconds. Just because I want to know what my overall pace is looking like. We moved to the Netherlands. That's how I know the Dutch flag so well. Went deep there, but we can make up for it. On for the fastest lap. Pretty good. Let's see if we can get that fastest lap. We're catching up to the Spanish driver pretty decently. Still on for the fastest lap. There was a lot of pace on the table there. Those hairpins, they're not easy. Especially because you have to be very accurate with your right foot when putting the power down. Pretty decent there. We started the lap 1.9 seconds behind the Spanish driver. We are now 1.1 seconds. So we are closing in pretty decently, I would say. Whew, that was fast through there. I was basically pinned. Were we on for the fastest lap for the third sector as well? Oh, 50 split seconds. No, 60. 60 split seconds away from the fastest lap. Pretty stoked about that though. We are now within the slipstream of the Spanish driver. Generally in the 1 second mark, you can get slipstream from them. Oh, he goes deep. And we got such a good corner there. We're definitely going to capitalize on that. Look at that. We're on for the fastest lap again. All of the track width. Oh, yes. We're really on for the fastest lap. Oh, so slow there. Oi, oi. Mistakes. No. I wasn't going to get the fastest lap because I was stuck behind him. Oh no, track limits. Why? Why me? Giving Navita a really good chance here. Not to worry, we've still got 5 laps left. But I want to get past Navita as quickly as I can so that we can chase the driver in 13th. Do our best to chase them. I've been sim racing for a while, but I've been officially sim racing on this rig since December 2024. Bought half of my stuff on a Black Friday deal, because otherwise it's just too expensive to buy. Fanatec equipment, man. Yeah, Simrig is very expensive. Oh, was that the Russian flag? Can that be? We're almost within the 1 second mark of Navajita. Spanish driver is not making it super easy for us. That was a great exit there. Nice. 0.9 seconds now. You know, I bought into Fanatec because that was all the advertisement I saw. I just saw all of the streamers have Fanatec, so... Well, at least at the time, when I was looking to get a rig. And so I got the Fanatec. And I enjoy it. It gives up on me every now and then. But I think that's partly my fault. I need to update it. But because I moved to the Netherlands, I don't know many people with a Windows... I don't know anyone with a Windows laptop to come here and update it for me. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to take it off, go to my friend with a Windows PC, and then update it. And it's a little bit of effort. Catching up pretty decently now. It's also laziness, man. To go through the effort of taking it off of my sim rig, lugging it all the way to a different city in the Netherlands. It's a bit of effort that I'm not very excited to go through. So I just kind of deal with it. The same way I was explaining when the Logitech G29 pedal starts acting out. You know, you put it off for quite a while before you actually go and fix it. Look at that rotation. Amazing. That was good rotation there. We caught up so much thanks to that. Even missed the apex, but we're catching up. Ah, it is the Russian flag. Thank you for teaching me. Flags with Sheldon. It was almost track limits for me. So the driver in 12th, 13th, the Russian, a little bit too far ahead. I'll have to overtake Navigita very quickly. Jeez. Got way too much rotation there. And try to save it. But I couldn't. Okay. I need to overtake this guy before the race ends. I'm going to put down the best laps I've ever put down in my life. Using all of that track width. Come on. We're catching up. Again. Small slide, but we still got a faster exit than him. Ooh, we've got 2 laps. Come on. We've got 2 laps to catch them. 1.8 seconds. Can we do it? What do you think, chat? What's your vote? Am I going to be able to do it? .5 seconds now. Okay, 1.5 seconds is the gap. Currently I have officially now 2 laps left. 1 second. Woo. Come on. Give me that rotation, please. 9/10. Come on, boys and girls. I appreciate the support. I'm glad you guys all back me. Let's hit this apex. Maximize that exit. Woo, look at that run. The slipstream is going to help us now too. 0.6. Now what we need to do is, when we get the opportunity to overtake them, not bin it, like we have the last few rounds. No! I've never spun out there before on this race. Today is the first. I guess your predictions were wrong. I almost had him. But there's always next race. High tech manual. Rage quitted. I think he made a mistake. Yeah, famous last words. Alright, well, I promise to give you a good race next time around. I know we've got the pace, and I definitely know we've got the consistency. This was just, you know, one of those off races. We have to calibrate a little, give ourselves the chance to realize where we can make mistakes so that we don't do it next time around. But I'm keen, we'll definitely smash next race. Finish top 5 for sure. Yeah, warming up. Definitely warming up. Especially because our first race, we raced by ourselves for a lot of it, you know? But I can definitely feel that this race has, I think, realistic slipstream on, because as soon as you follow the driver ahead, your car gets very slippery. You know, the brakes are not as sharp as you're used to, and the steering isn't as sharp as you're used to either, so I think I have to calibrate for that as well. But I enjoy it. I really enjoy this kind of setting, you know, where it makes it very difficult to follow. I'm a fan of it. Nice. But you guys are loyal, sticking around for my second to last place. Tires are getting a little bit worn. Brakes don't work like they used to anymore. According to Sammy Snake, it's simulated slip. Yeah, they do seem to change the strength of the slipstream, and it's very interesting. You know, to be honest with you, I wouldn't say that I'm a noob, neither would I say I'm an extreme expert, but I would say I've messed around with a car on a track before, and I can't really tell, to be honest with you. I have no idea either. So, could just be speculation. Anyway, let's go into the next race. Hop on the mediums, see if we can get ourselves a better qualifying time. So, vroom vroom, you're watching from South Africa, I'm guessing, right? Yeah, looks like it. How long have you been following my stream and my channel for? Have you stumbled upon it recently, or have you been one of the first few fans? Okay, let's put the time on. See if we can get ourselves a better lap time. Got that corner a bit too sharp there. Should be a 54.0 there, roughly. Nice rotation. We're on for a decent lap so far. There was room to go a little bit quicker there. Get on the gas a bit sooner as well. I agree with Mark, it definitely teaches you what you need to know. Wide there. Wasted some time. Hug this corner. See what we get. 159.7. 2/10 off. Get another chance. Oopsie, going wide here. Was greedy to get that fastest lap. I saw that I was 1.5 tenths up. YouTube started pushing my content here. Yeah, it's been sharing it quite a lot lately. I've been quite surprised by it. Kind of overnight I gained 50 subscribers, which was pretty crazy. I don't even know from which video. But I'm glad that you guys are finding my channel. And I'm glad that you enjoy the content as well. Do you watch the short form or do you watch the long form? Because I think my long form still needs a little bit of work. I've got an area or two to improve, I reckon. Both. Nice. Okay. Yeah, but on your earlier question, you know, the Thrustmasters, they are actually quite nice. I think Rory Alexander got a Thrustmaster. You probably know him. And I recall him doing a race and his steering wheel just shaking on the straights like crazy. You know, after a few days of streaming, I think he got like tendonitis in his elbow or something, and his elbow was injured. So I was a little bit cautious about that. But to be completely honest with you, my Fanatec does that as well. If I put the force feedback up very high, it really shakes on the straight, and then I have to fight to keep it straight. Then you're just really exhausting yourself against, I think, a bad control system of the steering wheel. But I wouldn't mind trying out those Simucubes. I think you have to get an adapter for the PlayStation. But those Simucubes, you know, with those adjustable pedals and ABS and all sorts of things, they're great. But Gran Turismo doesn't send that details because my Fanatec pedals have ABS as well, simulated ABS. But I don't get it. I tried it on Assetto Corsa, and it really didn't work. Really was quite terrible. So I just turned it off immediately. But it is future goals. We are actually about to go in the race. Okay, this time around, I'm going to give you guys a good race. We're not going to make any mistakes. We're going to keep a cool, calm, level head. We are starting in 4th now. Pretty decent. Pretty stoked about that. So, if we finish where we started, we'll be top 5. Oh, I always get nervous when I'm stuck here on this preparing track screen. Gran Turismo often sends me an error. Oh, please. Load the race, Gran Turismo, please. Don't send me an error. Yes. Thank you. Okay, let's quickly go to the hard tires. No, that's the softs. And then let's see, where is everyone else starting? Hards, I want to see what P1, 2, and 3 are starting on. 2 is on hards. P1. No. Vladimir Lechmera. He's the person in P1. He's starting on mediums. Person in P1 is starting on mediums. No, he just moved to hards. Wow, he did that at the last minute. Yeah, I'm so happy that I started on the hards. Cool. Alright, we got it. Big Fat Racing, Chris, and the Russian driver ahead of us. Vladimir Lechmera. I'm just going to call him the Russian driver because that name is way too hard to say, man. With my South African dialect. Mediums. Mark, I'm sorry. I don't want to do mediums. I was missing your message, but I don't want to do mediums. I want to start on hards with the other guys. I promise this time, I'm not going to bin it. I'll give you guys some good close racing. I'm also going to talk just a little bit less so I can focus. So don't mind me while I'm making funny faces at the screen. Alright, brake bias is all the way up. Good to go. Off to a good start. Wow, is there a place to make a move here? Oh, not really. Let's bump draft into the next corner. Hit the limiter there, which really kind of slowed me down a bit. That's why they've gapped me by, let's say, a 10th. But I'm really good at this spoon curve. I get good rotation, so I should catch up. Oh, jeez. I had to slam on the brakes there. I really hate that 5th place is right on my tail, because that means if the 2 drivers ahead of me just make a tiny mistake, then I'm going to have to look back and defend. Oh, he goes, oh. Jeez, he nearly lost it. And I wasn't sure whether to brake or try go past, so I just slammed on the brakes. Okay, on the mediums. They're going to do one more lap on the hards. So now, are we going to get the undercut? It's game on, guys. Holy cow. Whew. I don't know if you guys were feeling any stress during that close following, but I most certainly was. Gee whiz. I was feeling so much stress that I almost forgot to go into the pits. Just like kind of at the last minute, I was like, oh geez, I need to go to the pits. All right. I haven't even been looking at the split timer to see if we're catching up, because I just want to put down a great outlap. Yeah, we're definitely catching up to Big Fat Racing. He's going to feel the pressure now too. I've no idea where his braking zone is, yeah, so way too slow, come on. Maybe the Ferrari's not good in that corner. Might be good on the straights because he seems to get pretty good acceleration on me. No place to overtake us, so it's back out of it. Oh, he hits the brakes. That's unfortunate. Go to the inside. Oh, almost. Don't go defensive. You're slowing us both down. Look at the driver behind. Caught up a little bit now. He's going so defensive. Can I move to the inside? Oh, this is a bad move. He did a very late move. I don't know if you saw that. Damn, man. He's slowing me down so much. I can feel it. I'm really having to slack off a lot. And that means the drivers behind, they're on my tail. Just more drivers to be nervous about. Look at how early he brakes. Jeez, come on. He's going to go defensive here again and slow us all down. But I didn't want to move to the right and get the driver behind me the opportunity to go past. Hopefully they battle and slow each other down. Keep him to the inside. Can I overtake around the outside? I kind of can. Overtake made. Yes, please. Let's go. Nah. Nah, dude, come on. Back out of it, please. What happened behind me? Bye-bye. That was crazy. Yeah, I had a train. Don't know what happened to it, but I'm glad I wasn't a part of that chaos. Drift for the boys and the girls. Just a little bit of entertainment for you guys in case you thought the racing was getting boring. Just kidding, that was way too much rotation, and every now and then that corner catches me out. I try to play it cool, but I was nervous. I've actually been in that exact scenario quite a few times where you're just like, okay, I know I'm drifting now, but I will catch it. That is, by the way, one of the things that I love about the Fanatec. My brother who's on the stream, Mark, he came and visited me here in the Netherlands very recently. And he actually showed me that I was running my Fanatec on like 25 or 50% of its full force feedback for more than a year. So I was a little bit embarrassed to learn that. But since then, I really can feel oversteer quite well. It's helped me a lot with consistency and so on, I would say. But another thing that I had to do is, because the force feedback is running so high, I had to go to Amazon and buy a piece of like microfiber that I can stick on my steering wheel. I don't know if you guys can see it. When I turn to the right, you'll see it. because it's so hard to hold onto the steering wheel now when my hands get sweaty. And I don't want to wear gloves. I feel too awkward to wear gloves. So far, this basically microfiber cloth that I've wrapped around my steering wheel with some sticky tape has worked out quite well. Yeah, basically the entire family coming to support me here, which is pretty great. Ah, another drift for you guys. May as well. Very interesting because I did a vertical live stream on Gran Turismo earlier this week on Wednesday, and YouTube just shares that stream like crazy. I had so many people come and join, which I find quite interesting. But hey, talking about the race for a second, because we are busy racing. Gap to second is currently 15 seconds. I think the time to pit is around 20, if memory serves correctly. So that might mean that we'll at least come out in second. Third place is 21 seconds ahead of us. So if I put down, a few good laps, we might have a race on our hands. So let's try and get that 21 second counter down. .9. Chris 46 is also in my slipstream. I guess I shouldn't forget about that. Yeah, Chris 46 caught up pretty decently in my slipstream. We might have a race on our hands here. Oof. On for the fastest lap, that makes me feel pretty good. The gap is 20.6 currently. Nice rotation. Great exit there. We've kept Chris at bay pretty decently there. So now I know that if I just concentrate, I don't need to be too worried about their pace. Pretty decent amount of rotation there. And it shows by the gap that we opened on Chris there. But you can see, closing the gap because he's in my slipstream. So it's going to be a push and pull. Nice. It was basically full throttle there. Let's try to get that fastest lap. Oh yes! Ah! Chris got the fastest lap just by a little bit because he's in our slipstream. Nah! So unfair. We had the fastest lap for a brief second. on for the fastest lap again. We're definitely making Chris work for it. And look at that, ladies and gentlemen. 19 seconds to first place. Nice rotation. Yes. That was good. That was so good. I love it when the car rotates just on the perfect amount in the corner. Then I know I'm using the maximum turning grip that I can. There was no rotation there. Sadly. Damn it. "19 seconds behind first still. It's bump drafting me, thankfully. Chris makes a mistake. 19.6 seconds to first place. So at least if they come out from the pits, we'll be around them, I'm guessing. Way too much rotation for my liking, but decent execution. We are slowly but surely opening up a gap on Chris, at least. I think the slipstream is just too hard for close racing. So I think Chris maybe has the race pace on me, but just when he follows closely, it's too hard. Yeah, I definitely need a stream schedule, but I'll put one up. Oh, you're not actually the first person that I've heard that growth is good on X. So maybe I should consider it. It's really not too much work to manage the 3 platforms that I am already. So I could always go to Twitter, I guess. Gap 18.8 seconds to first. So we are closing. Yeah, it's a pretty great idea, Vroom Vroom. Oh, Chris is right on my tail now. Ooh, did you see how I just barely touched the grass there? That was close. Yeah, we are setting some good time on first place. .2 seconds now. Pretty decent, I would say. This last lap was not my best. Yeah, me and Chris are definitely going. But I think, I know I said earlier that Chris might have the race pace on me. But I think that perhaps I'm helping him along with my slipstream. Because if Chris was definitely faster than me, I think he would be right on my tail like I was with that Ferrari earlier. Look at this. First and second in the pits now. Oh, jeez. Gonna defend the inside. And we are out in first. And Chris is definitely sizing me up now. Can we defend it all the way? Yeah, Chris is sizing me up real good, yeah. I might have to go defensive to the inside, yeah. Got a better exit than he did. But still, he's very close. Let's give him space as he backed out of it. Okay, yeah. I think he's a little bit unhappy. I don't think he has any reason to be unhappy with me. I hugged the inside there. And there we go. The win is ours. That strategy worked pretty decently. Pretty stoked with that one. Sure, he was very close. I think he definitely had the pace on me, to be fair. I think he was just sizing me up for most of the race. And then at the end, he was like, all right, I think it's time to make it happen now. So pretty good. But hey, the pit strategy worked out. Saw the rest of the guys stay out. We did quite well there. Nice. Thank you very much. That was a pretty good race. Should we do another one of daily race C, or should we go over to race B? I'm not very good at race B, to be completely honest with you, so I'll need to qualify. I'll need to put a few practice laps in. What do you guys think? What's your vote? Race C or race B? Another C. I like where this is going. I definitely like where this is going. But you're completely right, Vroom Vroom. I will be setting up a stream schedule. I will be talking to the missus, of course. And yeah, maybe I bump into Chris again. I'll be talking to the missus and then maybe setting a stream day or two. But also I'll be doing a vertical live stream tomorrow and on Sunday, just for about an hour and a half. So if you want to watch from your phone or from your computer in vertical mode, then you're welcome to come and join me there. Otherwise, yeah, I'm not going to stream for a while because I'm flying to my homeland, South Africa, next Friday. Maybe I set up my streaming equipment at Mark's house. Use his Fanatec. Cheers, brilliant chap. Thanks for joining the stream and sticking around. Good luck with the father duties. And hope to see you sometime again soon. Yeah, definitely for a small holiday. We're gonna celebrate a few things. Go camping. And hopefully the weather plays nice in winter, because I'm leaving wonderful, sunny, warm Netherlands weather for the winter. It's currently still sunny outside. I'm looking at my curtains and I can see the sun shining through still. Alright, this lap isn't going to be a whopper, but let's focus. Try and see if we can put our second lap down. That's a nice quick one. 159.7, pretty decent. .140, 154.068, pretty decent. Nah, that was deep. Lost time there. Lost quite a bit of time there. All the way from Pretoria. We could have definitely set a much quicker lap there. Curious to know what our optimum is. 159.596. I think if we had to just sit for 10 laps, we'd get into the low 159s. A little bit wider there than I expected. Reading the chat while turning. Great idea. Okay, well, seems like we're in a pretty good position to try and race. What was his name again? Chris? I think it was Chris, yep. Let's see what we get out of it. I'm gonna go change back to the hard tires, just in case that's what we're going to race on. Race is going to start in 21 seconds. Matthew Anderson. Have you been here the entire time, or have you just joined us again? Whoa, you've been with your wife since the age of 15. 23 years. That's insane. Incredible. Incredible. Congratulations. 23 years is a feat. That's an incredible amount of time. Starting in 5th, who do we have? I don't see Chris here. I see Big Fat Racing, who we got past very quickly last time around. We've got the Polish driver. in second. Ooh, let's go quickly check what tires they're starting on. B. Zoloweski, hards. Polish driver, hards. Zigzag hards. Everyone's hards. Cool. Yeah. Hards race it is. I think someone said hello to us. So let's go and say hi. Have a good race. That's why congrats is in order, is because it's such hard work. Cool, it's a pretty decent lobby. Look at those qualifying times. Behind me, 159.6, and everyone above me is 159.4 and quicker. So pretty decent. Yeah, the hard strat is good, and it's definitely getting some good racing, but it seems like everyone in this race is on the hards. I am a little bit worried about Big Fat Racing. I'm hoping we can get past them as quickly as possible, because, yeah, they're definitely going to slow us down if we want to go for the win. Why do I want to go for the win? Well, because we won last race, so maybe we stand a chance. Don't worry, Vroom Vroom, we'll be right here. By the time you join, I'll be in first place. JK. Let's hope I'm nowhere lower than 5th. My brake bias set? Yes. Good to go. Stuck in that slipstream of the Spanish driver, MTA Johnny. Feel like we saw them in the last race. I don't know. Nice. Through the first corner pretty decently. Right on the tail of Johnny. That makes me very happy. And I see the driver behind us is not very close. So at least that gives me a little less stress. It takes a very interesting strategy through that corner. Gives us the chance to get a nice drive on them. Am I going to go on the inside? I'll show a nose. Oh, half a second penalty for the Polish driver. That's going to mix things up. Goes defensive. Rear end. Tires might be a little bit cold. Oh, it is the hards. So it's a bit of an adjustment. Some small calibration. But we'll pit for the mediums after this lap. Or on this lap, rather. Struggled for rotation there. I think Zigzag Racing is not really someone we need to worry about. They haven't really closed up to us, and we are not going particularly quick, I would say. MTA Johnny on the defense. Gave him space there, but really, he didn't give me space. I gave him space on the inside, but then the inside was mine on the next corner. So we're going to have to work hard to get past them. Him and Big Fat Racing, they're definitely slowing me down. I might have benefited from staying out on the hards just one more lap. But at least we get some good practice for overtaking. So let's see. He's definitely going to feel the pressure now that he knows how close I am to him. Jeez. Trying to warm up his tires. If I didn't bump him, I could have gone past. There was definitely a decent gap there. But I didn't want to do a bump to pass overtake. Geez, Johnny. He must be feeling the pressure, surely. He takes some late apexes, so I keep thinking there's an opportunity to overtake him. I think he's trying to evade the slipstream by pretending to warm his tires up. Oof, I'm gonna have to go defensive because I got a very bad exit there. Oh, need to give this driver space. Thank you. A clean racer. Nice, that was decent side by side there. Race is not over yet though. Ah, we have to catch up to the Spanish driver again. Oh no. Fortunately, we came out ahead of Zigzag. The German driver is on my tail as well, man. Oh no, hit the limiter. Was looking backwards. Yeah, first is in our sights. Great exit there. Zigzag. Finally we're clear of them. Don't know what happened to the German driver, but they're gone. Thank you very much, Vroom Vroom. Don't forget to like the video if you haven't indeed. Wow. Okay, well, we've got 7 laps left. You can see a few guys in our sights. It's not going to be easy to get past the Spanish driver, but I need to finish top 5 at least. Look at that mistake by the Polish driver, I think. Half a second penalty for them as well. A bit slow on the gas out of the corner there. 2 minute 1:26. That is 42 split seconds behind first place. The fastest lap. Okay. I mean, we're right there, but we can't do anything yet. We're so close. Look at that, fastest second sector again. Rear end wasn't too happy there. Someone's not happy about that. I don't know if you saw that comment, but someone called someone else a child. Hopefully this half a second penalty is enough for us to get by. Otherwise, if they just come out in front of us, it's going to be really unfortunate. Oh, they're going to be right in front of us. Great exit, look at that. No point in me trying to overtake him now because he's got the slipstream. So if I go to the right, he's just going to get in front of me again. It's going to be very close. It's not going to be easy to get past these guys. Mistake. I'm going to attack on the inside in the slipstream of the Polish driver. Damn, I missed the shift there. Push the past, kind of. Don't move in front of me. There's no space. There you go. Work together to overtake the Spanish driver. I don't think I need to go defensive because I've got a slipstream of the driver ahead of me. I went defensive anyway, just in case. Hug the inside. Maybe he saw an opportunity. So I just wanted to go defensive. Kind of unsettled myself. I have to get back into the line. You see the rear end step out there. Okay, we're gapping him a little bit now. We're definitely gapping him. Now, we need to catch up to the Polish driver. No, I'm not going to watch the Zandvoort race in August, man. The tickets are so expensive. I went to one GP last year and I can tell you it's nothing like watching it on TV. I went to the Zandvoort qualifying last year and it was quite interesting. But really, watching on your F1 TV subscription is the best way to go. Okay, 1 second again to the Polish driver. Ah, he was targeting that fastest lap. Look at that, 2 minutes 050. I guess it also depends which track you're watching at, because we watched at Spa and it's the longest track on the calendar, you know. It takes the cars so long to come back around to you again. And Spa's never been known for close racing, so we just saw Formula One cars by themselves driving past every now and then. But if I had to go watch an F1 race, it would be Austria. And it would definitely be turn 3. Because apparently you're on the top of the hill and you can see the rest of the track as well. That's a race I want to go watch. And hopefully YouTube, if you're watching, please give me all access pass so that I can go watch from the pit lane. That would be amazing. Spa is a really good track, but it's not a good track to watch as like in person. We're just still in that 1 second mark with the Polish driver. They're quick. Obviously, they set the fastest lap, so they've got the pace. I knew I was braking too little there. I knew I was braking just a tiny bit too little there. Damn. Can we recover a position or two? These guys going side by side. At least they're going to slow each other down. Whoa, this guy. No ways. He definitely nudged my rear. Damn it. Troy Speed. Was Troy Speed the guy that bumped me? If it was, karma. Opportunity, yeah. Nice. Pretty decent overtake. Jeez, 2 laps left. Can we get 9th? 8th? 8th is going to be a stretch. Never mind. Maybe not such a stretch. Can we fly past Hernandez here through the first turn? Definitely just had to give them a bump draft because they didn't take that corner very fast. We didn't bump draft them off the track, I'm telling you that much. Can't blame that on us. How did he not get a penalty there? That's crazy. No ways. You've got to be kidding me. Oh, we got to get past quickly because we've definitely got the pace on Hernandez. Yeah, Astrolux right in front of us. 2 laps left. We might even get 7th again. Oh, he braked so early. I was so worried that I was going to go into the back of him. Definitely frazzled them. Oh, you're working towards motorsport photography. That's awesome. You must share some photos if you have any. Love to see them. Yeah, that's a great goal, man. Find a good way to get yourself into F1. I support it. You know, as a South African earning in rands, I wouldn't go to an F1 if I wasn't living here in Europe. and earning euros. One lap left. We're not going to get 7th, but we could get 8th. Fernandez in the back of me because Astrolux brake quite erratically. Jeez, that was my fault. Didn't expect him to brake so much there. Sorry, sir. I was following close, but your braking points weren't too predictable for me. I apologize. Will you go defensive here? Whoa! He spun me out. Oh, that sucks. He spun me out. Hernandez definitely spun me out. That's unfortunate. We were on for 8th place there. We're definitely on for 8th place. SARS money. Wow, I haven't heard SARS in a long time. Gee whiz, man. It is hard work racing. I'm getting pretty damn hot. How are you guys finding the stream so far? Vroom, you've been enjoying it? You've stuck around this entire time. So I'm really grateful for one, but you must be enjoying it to some extent if you haven't left already. That was pretty decent. We had some good racing there. We could do another daily race C. What do you guys think about another daily race C? Decent race. Thanks for the race. It was pretty good. There you go, pretty decent. Nice. Daily C, it's a goodie. Did I make a mistake in this one? Or did someone spin me off? I made a mistake. I went off of turn 1. Turn 1 is very tough. Another C, but use different car. Vroom vroom, I'm not that good. I'm decent, but I'm not that good. But I'd like to see if I can set a faster qualifying time. So, that means we'll start higher. So I'm going to give it pretty much everything here on this first lap. Pretty happy with the exit out of the chicane there. Like to lengthen my line before the start line so I can get at maximum speed. Ooh, that was a fast exit. Used all of the track width there. Let's see, 154, 54, yeah, 065. It's a good question about the brake bias. For daily race C, I always choose brake bias +5. And that's purely to save the front tires. So if you move the brake bias to the back, Gran Turismo's backwards plus brake bias in a normal racing setting normally means to the front. But I move brake bias all the way to the back because the front tires take the most load. So if you move the brake bias, you get a pretty even spread on the tire wear. Okay, 159.6. We've got one more lap left. Oh, 53.89. That's quick. Go slow, but at least not slower than our last lap. We're on for a fastest lap, ladies and gentlemen. We're on. Bit of a bad exit there, but there's still opportunity. For the brake bias on other races, I'll normally go a little bit to the back to try and get rotation. It's really about feel. Come on, fastest lap. 59.420. Pretty decent. It definitely affects the balance as well, and it makes it quite tough on this 911 because the 911 is rear engine, so it already gets quite a lot of rotation in the corners. And then when you move the brake bias all the way to the back, then you add even more rotation. And the simple science behind it is your tire only has 100% worth of grip to give. And if you're using 50% of that in a corner and 50% or 60% of that, or asking for 60% of braking, if you're using 50% in the corner and you're asking for 60% during braking, then you're going to get some slip. And so moving more brake bias towards the rear wheels means you're encouraging your wheels to slide just a little bit, and then your rear end rotates, meaning your rear tires kind of help you turn. And if you're using all four of your tires to turn, then you're getting what we like to call good rotation. And rotation is the key to a fast corner. You know, obviously it's a little bit more complicated than that, but it's always just rotation, rotation, rotation. And that's why I love driving the 911. It's really, really good in the corners with rotation. And it's seriously good out of those slow hairpins to get some power down. So I experiment in general with my brake bias, but I'll normally set a lap or two on 0 and feel like, okay, cool, there's not enough rotation. Then move it to 2 or 3. 5 I find is typically a bit too much, and sometimes because you're moving a lot of brake bias to the back, you don't get as much braking force as well. So it's a balance, and I think you'll really figure it out by just racing and playing around with it. It is definitely what's helping me spin, for sure. But, you know, I'm a person that likes to... Oops. Hard tires. Just remembered. The hearts. Wow. I'm a person that likes to put myself through a very difficult time. And, you know, I kind of have this mindset where I should be good enough to not spin. And if I'm not, then I just need to learn the hard way to not spin, you know? So that's why I definitely just YOLO, full 5 brake bias and say, cool, it's up to me to learn how to not spin. Because I definitely still think I've got a lot of skill. No, I'm starting on the mediums. But maybe it's not a bad thing. Let's see. Maybe it's not a bad thing. We're going to do our first full stint on 9 laps. Maybe someone else is starting on mediums too. But we could put down a few very good laps, I think. All right. Predictions. Where are we going to finish? I say at least top 3. But we're going to have to do to get by these guys. We're going to have to do good to get by these guys. They're on the slower hards. We're going to be slowed down by them for sure. German driver, big drift. We're on the medium, so I reckon we can overtake on the outside and get the inside for the next turn. Yep, worked out pretty well. I think a lot of the guys in front are on mediums, so I'm not really gaining on them. Let's see. Maybe it's because they've got a slipstream train going. No, they're definitely not on the mediums. I caught them way too quickly through those corners. Wow. Goes deep. That's an opportunity for us on the mediums. Driver next to me, unfortunately, he has the slipstream. Oh, he's pushing me wide. Rude. I needed to force my nose there because I know I'm on the medium tires and every position I get now counts. He's not going to be able to make a move, so I don't have to go defensive. They're all going to the pits. Now it's race on. They're going to be battling each other. So I see we've got a few guys, maybe on hards, maybe trying to do the overcut. We've got clean air, so it's just about putting down really good lap times now. And the only indication we can tell right now, the gap to people behind us, is who's setting the fastest lap times. So I'll start getting nervous if I see faster lap times than mine very often. .284. That's quick. With this much fuel in the car, that's quick. I'm really just hyper-focused on putting down some good laps because I have no idea. Am I quicker than the drivers ahead of us? I have no idea. Last time we checked, we were in a net third position. 2 drivers ahead of us went into the pits. If they were going to be battling each other, then surely it's our race. I'll be really satisfied if we set the low 2 minutes, lap after lap. That'll give me the confidence that we've got the win. On for the fastest lap again. And with such a good hairpin like that, come on, surely we're going to set a good time now. Was that a penalty? That was quite a cut. Looks like we're in the clear, thankfully. Fastest lap. Woo. Good. 2 minute point 4, 2 minute point 1. Happy with that so far. Oh, someone said a faster lap. Oof. No, that's making me nervous. Fastest lap doesn't count for everything though. It's really just about being consistent. And so far we're faster than our last fastest lap, so it's good. Still very good. If we set consistent fast laps, I'm pretty sure we have a good chance of winning this. Done so many laps of Suzuka now. It's feeling kind of like second nature. Look at that. 2.4, 2.1, 2.0. I think we've got a chance. I think we've got a very good chance, ladies and gentlemen. Yeeks. Oopsie. 0.8 seconds slower there. Come on. Definitely should not be making mistakes. Yeah, careful. Don't spin it. That's for sure. One 201 is alright, but let's try keep it consistent after this. I think 1:2:01 isn't gonna ruin us. I could probably get on the gas a little bit more on the exit there, because I always leave a little bit of room there. So, I mean, we'll still try push limits during a race, but I think there's opportunity for improvement. Fighting the steering there just a little bit. But me and that chicane are becoming friends. Slowly but surely. Oh, awesome. The gap is growing. Good. I'm not watching the clock too much because otherwise, you know, if you look backwards, you go backwards. But yeah, I see. Last time I checked it was 7 seconds. So 8.4 is good. But I don't think my battle is against the guy in second. Because second is definitely still on the mediums. Like I am. It's fourth place. Okay. Well, if it's fourth place, that's pretty decent. We're doing quite well then. Just trying something new there. A little less gas next time. ZGF Philip. Oh, fourth place. Yeah, okay. Yeah, fourth place is probably the guy I need to worry about. That was ridiculous. I was completely fine there. That was purely just me being silly. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. How much time did that spin cost us? You know, that spin was really... I think I just thought that corner was too chill. It was comfortable enough and I just didn't hit enough brake because I did not feel any concerns there. I wasn't nervous that entire corner. I thought I was going to make it perfectly fine and then I just didn't brake enough. 6 seconds. That's real unfortunate. trying to make up for lost time. And it's showing there with that rear stepping out on that corner there. Yeah, the tires are definitely starting to wear. Once they get around the 50% mark, they start to show some loss in traction. I mean, if you think about turn one, it's actually, you're pushing it, you know. You're trail braking it all the way to the curb. And if you just do it a little bit too much, on the other side of the curb is a really slippery, I don't know what that is, concrete patch. I'd love to know if that really slippery patch exists in real life, because surely you don't touch a piece of concrete that makes you slide out that easily. I feel like that part of Gran Turismo is unrealistic. But to be fair, I don't have actual experience with those patches, so maybe they are. Yeah, way too much curb. Good rotation there, happy with that. Nice rotation on the gas. Pretty decent. We've opened up the gap a little bit again. One more lap on the mediums, then we're going to pit to the hards and find out where we'll come out. All the way, using all of the track width there. Two ones, maybe the tires are starting to show age. I don't know if that's a fast or a slow lap, to be completely honest. At this point in the race, there could be a decent lap. Yeah, 1.5 seconds on P2. We definitely had the pace on them. And I'm happy that we're opening up a gap on them again. So I guess our laps are decent. So they must be... Overall, they're on the same tires. So we are still setting a quick pace. Gap's now 4 seconds. Okay, we must pit this lap, then we're gonna know where we are. Tires are slippery. Couldn't use nearly as much throttle there as I was used to. Racing hard, don't breathe fuel. Let's see. If I am 6 seconds behind first place, I'm going to be really annoyed. Because, yeah, that spin cost us 6 seconds. I mean, 6 seconds for a spin is actually pretty decent in the grand scheme of things. But still. Yeah, no. Look at that. Loads of positions lost. 7, 8 seconds. Okay, no. They had the pace on us. Everyone else behind me is on the mediums. I'm on a fresher set of hard, so hopefully it's enough grip. I think we would have come out on the podium, but we wouldn't have come out in first. 9 seconds, yeah, there would have been a 3-second difference. Hey, it's Fabio behind me again. Nice. Seems like the hards have as much grip on the mediums on the last lap. Oh, German driver with a spin. Sucks to be you. At this point in time, I'll take freebies. Great exit there. Not going to help us much. We're too far behind the drivers ahead. The Russian driver that started in first is in fifth. Very interesting. Oh, someone cut that corner massively. Jeez, come on. We've got the inside line. It's a race to the finish. It's a photo finish. Nice, we did it. It was close. Yeah. We would have come out in the podium. Let's see, we would... Second place was 7 seconds behind, so we would have come out in third place if we didn't do that spin. Would have been pretty decent, but 6th place at the end of the day, I'm pretty happy with that. But hey, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. I think I'm going to call it a day here. I'm pretty keen to go watch some F1. And yeah, it was pretty successful. I appreciate all of the comments, all of the chats. Vroom vroom. Thank you for joining us. It was really cool chatting, hanging out. I will be sure to upload my stream schedule. I'll be thinking about it more seriously, but I will set a stream schedule around August probably, because yeah, I'm going to be on vacation for 2-ish weeks. But otherwise, yeah, it was good hanging out with you guys. Thanks Mark, Dom, Matthew Anderson for hanging out. It was good chilling with you guys. Now Mark has seen my driving, and I can't just say to him, you must see how good I am, because now he knows how many mistakes I make. So he has proof of how good I am. So I can't brag to him anymore when I see him in person. So maybe you should stop watching my streams so that I can tell you how good I am. Anyway, guys, it was lovely hanging out with you. See you again on the next stream.